Hello YouTube. I just got through replacing one of the panes in this garage window. It was this one. And what I did was I replaced it with plexiglass. A lawnmower threw a rock and broke it out. So it was a lot easier for me to just go get plexiglass and have it cut. So anyway, I learned how to do this from other videos on YouTube. This is a 46-year-old vintage single hung aluminum window, 1979. And it was a very easy install. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to install 4 more windows on the other side of the garage. But anyway, these strips, they're, like I say, 46 years old, and so they're called, they go by a lot of names, but they're mainly like a glazing mold or a glazing bead, but they snap in to the little groove. I'll show you on the other side. Then, to adhesive it, I used this. It's called Lexel, and it's really good. It's clear, but you don't have to use that. You could use any kind of acrylic or a sealant. It could be anything. It could be white. I used the clear silicone. That's what you use. And to be honest, if you do mess these strips up, you really don't have to use them. You could just, run a bead of caulking and just get it nice and smooth. That strip is to basically hold the glass in. But if you break them, you break them. You could go online and get more from like Lowe's. You just got to try to match up what you've got. Okay, I will show you the other window. And this window has been boarded up for many years. And I'm doing a lot of work out here. And I'm doing the whole inside of the garage, redoing it. And I got a lot of overgrowth that I've been cutting down every other week. Okay, this is the window that was boarded up, and as you can see, every bit of the glass is broken out of it. And I've already got the plexiglass, and this window's like 40 inches by 34 inches, so I had to get 4 sheets of plexiglass, 10 inches tall by 34 inches long, and I've already popped out some of the molding. See, it goes right here in this little groove. And the best way to do it, in my opinion, this is how I did it. I brought a hair dryer out here with the little concentrator tip on it and held it right up against it. And what you do is you start right here in this corner with a putty knife. And once you get that lifted, that whole strip will just pull right on out of it. And same here. And so, and then I've got still got glass here that's stuck in there with old silicone. So the hot hair dryer on hot will dissolve all of that, and all of this glass residue will come right out. And then I'm going to need a putty knife to clean this track out with. And then I'll go back over everything with some alcohol to get it good and sterile and clean. Then I'll run my, got to get this clean too with a little bit of sandpaper. And then I'll run my bead of silicone, or that Lexel. That's silicone, but it's got something in it it's an adhesive silicone, works really good. I'll run my bead all the way around and then put the plexiglass in, and then hopefully I can still use these plastic strips But I'm hoping that this is going to be a one and done video, because what I'm hoping to do is to be able to get an app to where I could merge the two videos. And then that way you'll be able to see. But like I say, all windows are made different. And this window is a 1976 aluminum window. And it's single hung. And it's not that hard to replace that glass. I also had a bad overgrowth of ivy. And so I've been getting that off. I mean, this whole side over here was just covered, and we've been out here like every other week cutting all this invasive, very aggressive ivy and weeds down. So, anyway, hopefully I'll get this on YouTube and it'll be a one video, but just in case it's not. This window's completely done. And it's identical to the other one. And when you're doing this job, I wore protective rubber gloves that were real thick because you could get cut. A good putty knife. It doesn't have to be a big putty knife. A hot blow dryer. And your silicone. And then whatever you're going to use for molding. And then you're done. And if you have any questions, just feel free to, message me. I'll get back. But anyway, I'm hoping that this video is going to be very helpful, because it was real scary for me to attempt this. But I just didn't have money to pay somebody, and they charge a lot of money to replace the glass in a window. And it would have cost me $1,000 to have somebody come in here and just totally replace the two windows. And I don't really want to do that, because it's a garage, for goodness sake. But my plan is to make do with what I've got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cinder block this half up here all the way up, and then just have like a slide window side to side on the top. Because it's not a real ideal idea to have windows like this in a garage, especially if you've got anything of value, which I don't. I've got a lawnmower and a power washer, but still, and I'm locked up good. But it's just not a good idea to have big windows like this in a garage. So anyway, bye for now, and good luck.